God bless you, Pastor Steve Waldron, New Life Pentecostal Church, Albany, Georgia here. Looking at the Bible Times and Ancient Kingdoms, Treasures from Archaeology by David Cloud. And you might say, who's David Cloud? Well, he is what I would call a fundamental or independent Baptist. He's not much for Pentecost, at least in what we would know experientially and biblically, theologically it would be. But he does have tremendous, just studying the Bible and lifting things out of Scripture and rightly dividing the word of truth in many instances. Fantastic stuff. He's got a Baptist encyclopedia that is a wealth of knowledge. He's got a web presence that I'd highly recommend to anybody. The O Timothy website. Again, just ignore the places he's wrong about Acts 2:38. He's tremendous on modesty and on holiness. This type thing. He's a voluminous Bible teacher. This, and Bible researcher. He's a missionary to Paul, actually. Bible Times and Ancient Kingdoms. Fantastic book. I usually write my notes in the front of a book and write the page number, things I'm looking for. He would follow pretty much Ussher's chronology, which a lot of people make fun of Ussher's chronology. Now let me just say, if you've ever studied Ussher's chronology, Ussher had 100 pages of computations of why he felt creation was 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, midnight in the Garden of Eden, October 23rd, 4004 BC. Now you might say, well, how could he do it? It's all biblical chronology, even though there's a Cain and missing in genealogies from Luke and Genesis and all of this. And considered to be the greatest scientist ever, Isaac Newton, wrote the chronology of ancient kingdoms and agreed in large part with Ussher, and he did his by eclipses and things and working backwards. So don't dismiss it just because you're not acquainted with it. And so in the Bible and Ancient Kingdoms, he has an amazing wealth of archaeological knowledge from the British Museum, books. He has an enormous library from ancient cities such as Ur, Kala, Babylon, of course, Damascus, all over. I read the book from cover to cover. Also, it comes with a CD that you can do PowerPoints with. I haven't been able to effectively use it, but it's a ton of information on there. So this is a book I would highly recommend. There's also questions at the back of the book, each chapter, so you can kind of use it for homeschooling or even a college class. So in biblical archaeology, this is not my favorite biblical archaeology book, but I do like it. So God bless you. I would recommend it. Also, on his website, he comes out with things on Fridays, a newsletter. He also has another newsletter on called O Timothy that I would definitely get a subscription to. I think it's a free subscription if it's online, and it may be $10, $20 a year if it's not. But fascinating things, information, literally I get very few other places I get from him. So I appreciate his perspective and would recommend this. God bless.